Here be awesome intro music which has not been decided yet. Hi and welcome to the second battle report here at Stupid and Frenzied. This is Eric speaking, and today my Orcs and Goblins faced an Ogre Kingdom's army in a Blood and Glory battle of 2,400 points. In advance, I want to apologize for the crappy photos. I'm trying to figure out how to best use my camera to get some proper photos. This is the board, as you can see, with a hill in the middle on the left, two magical forests, some impassable terrain, and a few other hills in the bottom right corner. Starting with the ogres, he has a giant on the far left, three lead belchers, a few gnoblas, a smaller Death Star of Iron Guts with Firebelly with the Fireball Ring and the +1 to wound spell, whatever it's called. He also has a Slaughtermaster with level 3 Beast, Savage Beast of Horrors, Visons, and Transformation of Kadan. He also has Glittering Scales, Great Weapon, and a 4-up ward save. Behind the Gutstar there is a Iron Blaster, and then he has a massive unit of 6 Mournfangs, a bunch of normal ogres, and with them a bruiser with the +1 to toughness spell, and a butcher, and a bruiser BSB with a 3-up rollable save and a biting blade. Finishing off, there's some more Gnobbers and 2 saber tusks, I think they're called. So, my army from right, there are a few wolf riders, a horde of savage orcs with a great shaman with the lucky shrunken head and magic resistance 1, fencer's blade. He got foot, brainbuster, and here we go. There is also a black orc BSB with a 3-up rerollable and a dragon helm. Then there is 23 black orcs with the swiftness banner, I think. And then the orc war boss on Wyvern with a 4-up ward, +1 to hit sword, and the Dragonbane gem. And on the edge of this picture, which you really can't see much, is 50 Night Goblins with 5 Night Goblin big bosses with great weapons and 2 shamans, both having the sneaky stabbing spell. There's 2 boar chariots, another 5 wolves, and a mangler. So going into this, I realized that the Mournfang, of course, is going to be a pain. So is the Gutstar. I'm not that afraid of the normal ogres with its characters because they only have strength 4, toughness 4. It's manageable. It's the other units that are a problem. So I'm hoping. My plan was to suck up the Mournfang with the Night Goblins, and then try to flank them with the Black Orcs. Unfortunately, I screwed up the deployment and got my Night Goblins on the wrong side of the impassable terrain, and basically he out deployed me. So we'll see what happens. So the Orcs and Goblins go first. Roll for animosity. The Night Goblins decide to be crazy. Roll another one, and they fight it off with the Savage Orcs, which are the ones closest. So neither the Savages nor the Night Goblins can move this turn, so I basically do nothing all turn. My magic face rolls like double ones or something. Can't get anything off. Yeah, pretty useless first turn. So on the left, my Mangler moves up a bit. My wolves rush ahead up the left, try to do something useful. Um, Otherwise, since my main blocks can't do anything, I kind of just hang back. So, over Kingdom's turn one. He charges my wolves with his saber tusks, and I flee. Failed charge there. Otherwise, he just moves up slightly. Um, I thought he was going to move up his Gnoblas only to try to lure my fanatics out. There are 3 fanatics in the big Night Goblin block, by the way. But he also moved the other ogre block up. In his magic phase, he tries to get the toughness buff spell off, I think, and decided to cascade. Um, Saves his wizard, but his ogres, I think it kills 2 ogres or something. And in the shooting, he kills my wyvern. The lord still lives, but yeah, the wyvern is dead. That iron blaster is. It's hard trying to hide a big monster from a chariot cannon able to move and shoot. So, Orcs and Goblin turn 2, and the Night Goblins once again do the animosity and has to charge closest enemy, which unfortunately is the Gnoblas. So they go ahead and do that. On my right, my Savages is also subject for animosity, but the Black Orc character quells it, so they yeah, kills a few, but they're at least alright. As you can see here, my Night Goblins succeed the charge against the Gnoblas, throws out the Fanatics, tries to target the ogres. 2 get stuck in front and 1 gets through, which is not that bad. Of course, if they want to counter charge, they need to go through my Fanatics now. Otherwise, being scared of that big Mornfang unit, I tried to keep back. And on the left, my Mangler moves ahead, trying to target his giant. Orcs and Goblins magic. Foot is awesome. I 6 dice it, irresistible force, jumps up and down a few times, kills off 4 Mornfang, 3 ogres, a bunch of Gnoblas, and then Gork decides that that's enough. But yeah, basically this entire flank is wiped out with a single spell, and usually I really don't like those kinds of spells, but yeah, Foot is horrible for ogres, I guess, especially with the D3 wounds spell. The miscast results in my wizard losing Foot, but by now it's done its work, so I'm perfectly happy with that. On the left, my goblin characters easily kills the Gnoblas, um, overruns but not far enough, so the ogres can charge them in the flank. Unfortunately, the Gnoblars were able to kill a single goblin character, which was a bit of a shame. So, Ogre Kingdom turn 2, he charges his Mornfang into my Black Orcs. I don't think that will end very well for the Mornfang. His Iron Guts charges my Goblins on the side, taking a hit from the Fanatic, but still makes the charge. For the rest of the turn, the Giant successfully charges the Chariot, and between the Lead Belchers and the Cannon, they kill the Mangler. And in the magic phase, the Slaughter Master gets off Wisdom's on that unit, so they are strength 7, toughness 5. Not very nice for my goblins, I think. Yeah, and on the other side, his remaining ogres move up slightly, and the Gnoblast tries to block something. After combat, my Black Orcs easily kill the Mournfang with a few wounds, but they overrun a bit. And on the other side, my goblins break but get away after they killed like a lot of goblins, 30 or something. So over to Orcs and Goblin turn 3. My Black Orc charged the remaining ogres with his characters and BSB. My Savages charges the Gnoblast just for the sake of it, because I at least want to try them out a bit. And I throw a Chariot into that unit of Iron Guts. And as you can see in the last turn, the Giant and the Chariot just held against each other. And after combat, my Chariot runs away, but lives. And the Giant and Chariot does nothing to each other. I think the Giant hit his club in the ground or whatever. And on the other side, my Lord, which had joined the Black Orcs earlier, completely destroys the unit of ogres, and then I have breaking his fortitude, so win to the Orcs and Goblins by a landslide, I guess. Much thanks to Foot, if not all thanks to Foot. So, trying to summarize the game, solid win for me. But yeah, Foot is awesome, but also a bit boring. But I guess it's ogres who suffer a bit extra with the D3 wounds. The Lord on Wyvern is a big waste of points. A cannon shot and he's out. Unfortunately, I like the model and the idea of it, but I don't know how to play it yet. And it's hard to hide when when there's a moving cannon on the other side. Finally, the shamans in Night Goblin Anvil is adding like 100 points to that unit, and I have a feeling it's too much point in that unit, which if they get out of the leadership bubble of the general, they are just fleeing anyway, even if they're stubborn or steadfast. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later.